since this has started, I've been saving the money up for something bigger.
If you know what to do with money, you won't be in debt.
What I used to do is I'd get my money and I'd see something in the window, but instead of buying what I wanted, I'd go and buy some sweets or something really, really stupid. And then when I'm walking out town with my mum or something, I'd say, can I have that? And she'd say, no, you should have saved up.
We're trying to introduce them to the topic, what money means, by looking at a painting by Peter Bruegel. We're going to have a look at a picture called Children's Games. And what I want you to do for the moment is see if you can see any of the games that those children are playing in that picture. And then make some comparisons between the prices of toys from the past and prices of toys today. When you are playing with these toys, I want you to think about how much fun you're having and how much you're enjoying it. And I also want you to think about how much these toys you're playing with might cost. And then it goes round. Lovely, Shira.
Right, good morning everyone. Here we are at our next business meeting.
We just did a board meeting. We discussed the savings and the selling scheme.
We decided that basically you could help yourselves, couldn't you, by bringing in 20p, 50p as and when, so that the money would build up and enable you to help towards the cost of your trips.
Suppose you've just brought 60 pence in. When you put it in the bank, it kind of like helps you understand money in a different way. If it's in there and it's all safe, then you've got money to spend in the holidays or for something you really, really want.
I'm counting it all up to see if I've got the correct amount. The people who normally count it might get something wrong, so we have to double check that.
I'm not very safe with money, so it's helped me to just keep it safe. I just think it's a really good idea, and I think it's helped everyone in the class.
What money means is not about a one-size-fits-all, and it's very much finding out where the pupils are at that particular moment in time and working with them. So there is a bespoke project for each school, and it fits the needs of the individual child.
5 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came Kyle with, what is it? 50 pence one day. Bought a currant bun and took it right away. How many's left?
I was quite concerned to begin with. I thought, how on earth am I going to tell the children about money and what it means? And I was really quite worried about it. But in actual fact, it's been a lot easier than I anticipated. Now, who can tell me what happened to poor Pip the other week?
He lost his money.
What should Pip have done? What should you have done? Who can tell me? Jay?
He should have put it in a wallet or a purse.
Fantastic. He should have put it in a wallet or a purse, shouldn't he? Can we have a cheese sandwich and a ham sandwich, please? It is a knowledge and understanding of the world topic because they're finding out about how to spend, they're finding out about coin recognition, about the importance and the value of money. And then, of course, you do have your maths in there, but then you have your literacy because the children are talking to each other. They're saying, I'm going to give you 5 pence for this. 3 pence, a 20 and a
5.
And what does that make?
55.
Brilliant, thanks Liam, that's great. At first some of the children were quite reluctant to talk about money. They were very, not shy about it, but they either knew lots and lots about it or they didn't know anything.
A pound, what's this one called?
Oh, you just found
Jason? A pound. You can find 10 pence and then we're going to look at other ways of making 10 pence. 2, so that's 2 pence as well. Good boys, if you can find me another one.
We've done lots and lots of creative activities, so I think it encompasses absolutely everything, and that's been a really exciting thing about it. It's not been an add-on, it's just been an entirely holistic approach, essentially. Who wants to show me how we get money from our bank?
It's made money real to them, and they've got to the stage now where when you walk into the classroom, they choose as activities things to do with money. And when I walk in there, they'll very often come up to me and try and test me to see if I know whether my 20p coins are my 50p coins. We found that the children in that reception class can do far more than we perhaps expected them to. And that's raised the bar for every other year from now on. That we've got to sort of, the trick is now to keep that going.
Do you save money? Yes. Every week, normally.
How much pocket money do you get and how often?
I get £2.50 a week.
I don't get pocket money.
How much money do you spend each week and what on?
I don't get any money.
I truly believe that all children have got a real interest in money, whatever age they are, and it's part of their life. And I think when you've got a teacher who is enthusiastic, creative and inspirational, they have a tremendous foundation for, future financial education.
There's fruit on my fruit net, and this is my name, which is in blue colour.
Now we know we sold 3 to class 1, 4 to class 2, 6 to class 3 and 3 to class 4. We've been counting out how much money we've got so far from the fruit mats we've already sold to see if we're actually making any money towards a trip to the Science Museum.
For many children here, they don't get access to money, they don't handle money, they don't look after money. Children have started to really think about how they handle their money, the issues around saving it and looking after it in very practical, fun, relevant ways.
You've been raising money this week, haven't you, for Darwin Week? We've done lots and lots of different activities and we're hoping to raise £2,000, but we've decided to give the committee a budget of £1,500 to start off the project, okay? So that's going to be yours to decide what you want to do with.
We looked at the overground land and thought that's the place to do a garden, so that was the first thing you needed. And then we asked the children who wanted to actually be part of this committee and see it right through from when the money comes in to when the money goes out.
What sort of things might you need for a garden? You can just bullet point it, can't you? Yeah.
Wheelbarrows.
Wheelbarrows.
Good idea.
Trowels.
So this list is based on what you think you'd like, then what we'll do later on is change it to what you think is a bit more practical.
That's really, really cheap. What about we give out 5? Half of our garden we think will be filled with flowers and then half with vegetables and fruits.
Today I've got 11 children from school right across the Key Stage range. We've got years 3, 4, 5 and they're actually here to look at the allotments and talk to the expert so she can encourage the children and give them a pathway through the financial aspect to see what's achievable with a bit of hard work.
If you were going to have half done vegetables and half flowers, what's the cheapest company to actually buy both of them from?
Well, you could go to local places like Home Base. When you're visiting gardening centre, you usually get cheap plants there as well.
The best bit about it is actually handing it over to the children. Lock, stock, barrel, mistakes, successes, it will all be down to them, I think.
We might think £1,500 is so much money we can just go spend. But actually, as we're buying so much, soon we will only have a little bit of money left.
So this might change your spending a little bit.
Whoa! That is a lot of stuff. Now we've seen the garden and the shed, we can cost things out and add things on and actually see what we really need and then see how much it's costing us.
We can inform them about where money goes, how they can save up for things. And I think this gardening project is fantastic in terms of that because it's kind of delayed gratification, isn't it? They plant something and it takes a good time before something grows. And it's the same with money as well, isn't it? You save for a long time before you can actually purchase something.
Where do you keep your money?
In my little pink piggy in my bedroom.
I've got a young savers account in NatWest Bank.
In my pockets.
Why is it important to learn about money?
Because if now, when you're older you have to pay taxes and things and bills. So if you know how to do it now, it'll save you getting confused when you're older.
When you're talking about having to manage a budget, having to prioritise, it definitely lends itself to the skill of independent living as they get older, because they're the skills that they need for life.
Our special offer today is get 1 pot of butter, buy 1 free. I'm learning how to be a shop assistant. I learned how to add it up and how to give change.
I have the children coming in groups, mixed age groups of Key Stage 1, and they decide themselves what they think we need to put into these shops. The older ones help the younger ones, and eventually the younger ones follow what's going on and they soon get into it, because they have to build up confidence. Some children, they're very shy when they first start, and it's quite a big thing. We always start with coins, and then we bring in the notes, and then eventually the cash cards, and they decide how they're going to pay. Every year the children are so different and they approach it so differently. If I had a supermarket 3 years ago, it would probably be completely different to the children who are using it now. It's learning through play and it's fun, but they're learning such a lot.
Hello? Can I help you?
Yes, I need to get back home.
The teachers have I think they've really enjoyed the freedom that it's offered. It's meant that they can really shape to the needs of their school, really, because the backgrounds the children come from are very, very different, and they've been able to reflect this and tailor it in the work that they've done.
There's an estimated jackpot of £7.7 million. Yes, that's right, £7.7 million. Oh, let it be me, let it be me.
Today we're rehearsing for the play, and it's about what would you do with £2,000? So would you spend it, save it, invest it, lend it, or give it away? The children have written it all themselves. They've included as much personal finance education stuff as they can.
After a year you would have £2,057.
The idea came from reading the book Millions, which touches on many, many aspects of money, taxes, charities, spending, but as part of the book the children find some money.
Money was invented in China in 1100 BC. Before that, Chinese merchants used knives and spoons.
We also did a quiz of who wants to be a millionaire, which links to the Millions book.
What did they use as currency in ancient Greece? A. Shoes. B. Hair. C. Tree trunks. Or D. Nails. And hands up if you think it's D.
We're going to be doing the investment part of the play. Okay, so what we want to do is come up with some good ideas with like good investment and bad investment.
You could invest in like a horse and it comes last in a race.
Right, so you could lose all your money. Yeah, that's a bad investment. What do you reckon?
You've invested in a shop.
Yes.
And that shop's gone bankrupt.
Yeah, so that's an example of a bad investment. Yeah, that's a good one.
Nikki's been in and worked with children on scenes like investment, and she's a real life experience. She knows what she's talking about, and the children appreciate that.
Is any other countries like struggling with the credit card?
Yeah, it's all over the world. It's not just the UK.
When you have a young account, can you still have a card to go in with it? Or
you can have a debit card from the age of 11, providing your parents give you permission to have that debit card.
Next Wednesday is the Bristol Showcase event, so it's basically an opportunity for all of the schools involved to go and show off what they've been doing. It's a celebration in National Money Week.
Yes, that's right, £7.7 million. Oh, let it be me, let it be me.
My school will do their play, and it will all be set in Bristol Chambers in the Council House. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
How would you spend £2,000?
As a school, from next year, our idea is for each class to have a budget that they've got to run themselves.
Each class has got £300 that's got to last them the whole year. So if they blow it all in the first term, then they're not going to have the new resources they might need for the new curriculum the following term. So they've got to think very carefully about how they're going to use that money.
What would you do if you found £2,000?
Spend it.
I would spend half of it and save half of it.
Spend some, probably save some and give some away to like a charity.
The children have responded with huge enthusiasm. A lot of the work they've done has been about looking at future lifestyles and thinking ahead about how they're going to manage money when they're older.
It's amazed me that the children have just grabbed it and run with it, and it's fallen into every area of learning, so it's been a really positive experience for all of us.
It always comes down to the children, and the children have been 100% behind the project, and I see that wherever I go, and it's just remarkable.
The children have learned a lot more than I ever imagined they would, and one of the things I think they've understood is the actual value of money.
The challenge will be for the secondary schools when these children are very, very competent, very knowledgeable and have a vast understanding of financial matters.
Hopefully this will only be the beginning of financial education for children. I firmly believe it will teach them to be more aware economically, and for that, that's got to be the most important outcome of this project.